Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm your host, Keith Letters, here to bring you knowledge, information, and at the very least, a bit of entertainment. Thanks for hanging out with us this fine Monday evening. It's my mind has been heavy lately as far as the direction of the YouTube channel. It's I'm not sure if I want to keep putting out as much content as I have in the past with this channel, or maybe that's just for 2022. I'm not sure yet. Reason being is I'm considering moving my projects over to TikTok. For some reasons obvious and some reasons not so obvious, but it's just been something that's loose on the mind, you know what I mean? And yeah, it's almost like when you've gotten the message, you hang up the phone. When you've gotten the message, you hang up the phone. And is that what a teacher should do? Is that what someone who shares knowledge on a topic should do when they've given the message? Hang up the phone? I don't know. What do you guys think? How do you guys feel? Do you guys run social medias yourselves? Do any of you guys? I know there's not many people in the room yet. But if you were to be a creator, what would be your personal, energy quota that you would put on yourself for any given project? I don't know. Yeah. It is what it is. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're doing well tonight. It's 6:19, Monday, January 21st, 2022. And we slowly trudge on through the world. Welcome everyone. Come on in. Guess we can go ahead and start this. I wanted a live Q&A with the squad and see how many people wanted to do thinking of swinging divination style live Q&A, but also might take too much time. And we also need participants for that to happen. So, I guess, you know what I'm going to do? I guess that's funny. This is, to my point, I might stop making content for YouTube and start making content for TikTok instead. It is just, it is an overwhelming feat to break the YouTube algorithm, and that could be the sign, and it could not be the sign. Do I give up a social media platform that I've, devoted fucking thousands of hours to over the past almost decade at this point in my life, between the 3 YouTube channels that I've had? Nothing against the platform. It's a great platform and it's served me well, but maybe it was just a place to accumulate a number of resources and efficiency so that I can move elsewhere to a different platform and start using my skills so that I could see a little bit, so I can get back evenly what I give into it. If you know what I mean. I mean, you guys are great. The people who are checking out this video. What's up, Shalvit? Well, that's the thing, Shalvit, Israel, is I wouldn't be giving up. Like, I'm not saying I'm going to quit. I'm just gonna take my energies and use them elsewhere. Like, or at least that's what I'm considering. So technically, yeah, I'm quitting YouTube, but you know, all the skills I've developed over the past decade, it might be a much easier platform to share the content, for it to reach a broader audience, to help the world and myself. Obviously, I'm thinking I need to get more than what I'm putting into it. Especially right now in my life, I'm trying to be more efficient, I'm not 19 anymore where I can just sort of experiment loosely. It's crunch time. It's crunch time for your boy, so it's a serious consideration of mine. Like, YouTube, thanks, but maybe I'm gonna drop you for a bit. I don't know. I mean, it's not like you guys aren't gonna be able to hang out. I mean, we can still do lives on TikTok for the squad who still want to hold down the fort, and maybe put out audio or just the audiobooks on my YouTube channel and hope for the best. I do love making my audiobooks. They've been so much fun. Summer Sage, what's cracking, Summer Sage? I don't know if I hit you up, but we got some new tree in. We have some fucking gorgeously grown wedding cake, and from the man of letters garden himself. So you know what to do. Cheers, Eden. Ooh, to that note, we're gonna burn one. I'm doing live Q&A on whatever answer you have to the universe. Your boys got you covered. But there was no one in the room, so I figured I would share some of my thoughts on me stopping YouTube and putting my energies onto TikTok while we waited. So, since you guys are rolling in, what's cracking? You've got questions, we've got answers. Everything at the right time. That too shall be. Everything at the right time. But I also believe, at the other hand, we have to, make wise decisions with the information that's given to us. That's one of the things I hate about spirituality is, if you fail, people will say stuff like, well, and it'll come when it's meant to, or some shit like that. And it's like, I believe that to a certain degree. I also believe that we're actually supposed to use the synchronicities and the messages and the signs that we get from the ancestors, from the stars, from the Pleiadians, from our dog, from our partners, from fucking our favorite book. You know what I mean? Like, there is a certain amount of accountability one must take in the development of themselves. And that it is, in fact, the right time to do something. You just aren't applying those skills properly. And I just want to make sure that you're right, and it's just not divine timing, and that it's not actually, oh, Keith, you just haven't been utilizing the signs well enough, I know YouTube does like people thinking, but it's like the people who make it big on YouTube are, I don't know, it's not cookie cutter because it's fresh, but they all have like certain themes, and I can't tell if those certain themes are what draw people in, or if those certain themes are what YouTube decides they're going to put on the front page. Because we know, and they've admitted that they will cherry pick their front page to what they like and what they want to see flourish on their platform, which is fine. You know what I mean? Like, they can do whatever they want, but but it's just confusing it's confusing as a creator to be like, all right, do I need to be more like the mainstream? Is that what part of the algorithm is, or do I need to be more unique and off the mainstream so that I can go with a unique factor? Maybe that's what the algorithm wants. It doesn't hurt to try different outlets. That's where we're at. Soundbite style. It is soundbite style, but I'm like, maybe I gotta be soundbite style. Maybe I gotta be soundbite style. I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm not, but I am. If it means the tribe grows. If it means the tribe grows, the content gets out there. I don't know. That's right. We're supposed to be talking hermetics. Mainstream pretending to be spiritual. Yo, how do you guys feel about hermetic spirituality and the occult being mainstream? How do you guys feel about the occult being mainstream? I might even change the title of this. I'm going to change the title of this video right now. How do you feel about spirituality going mainstream? Bright colors and fancy camera angles. That's what it is. That's what it is, Nicole. Can you guys let me know if you see the title change in this video, please? I have a. What was I gonna do? I just lost it. Do you see the updated title on this video? If there's anyone in the room, could you let me know? Cheers, Eden. Did I say that already? Thanks, Smith, for the plugs. Can't try. I know. Okay, so we've established that we can't trust. Is that what we're deciding? That we can't trust mainstream spirituality? Because to me that seems like... Then who are you supposed to trust? I don't know. We've never lived in a world so public and so quick to be public about something. And so everything's going to be there. There's going to be massive advances and massive amounts of efficiency in learning things. I know earlier we talked about, well, you'll it's all in good time. You'll reach it in time, when the divine time is right. If that's the point, why would we try to do anything? Why would you want to find the next biggest book, or why would you want to listen to the next biggest secretive audiobook? Why would we want to of our own will and volition try to advance our lives if what we didn't matter? It all came down to divine timing. So with that being said, we inherently know that there is a certain amount of action we must take to become the people that we want to be, whether it's a spiritual or a physical or anything. There is a certain amount of responsibility. So what does that look like when it's projected onto a mainstream culture where it's sound bits and it's a certain look and a certain camera angle and certain hand movements? I don't know if you guys have noticed, but watch some of your favorite YouTubers, especially the spiritual ones. They use their hands a lot. They do a lot of like, you know what I mean? Like sort of magicians where they're super flashy, kind of like nothing up my sleeve, you know what I mean? And it's really engaging. Like there's something really engaging about the hands. I get it. I subconsciously do it too. But point being, when you look at the people on the top, it's like they all utilize the same things, and it's okay for it to happen, but it almost loses a sense of authenticity It's like, even if this person is super legit, the fact that they're immediately in this world with a lot of people just trying to make a quick dollar, it still takes away from them a little bit. Even if they're doing it for all the right cause. It's weird. It's weird. And it's like, it's even weird being on the side that wants to talk about hermeticism and philosophy and spirituality and the natural world and how things work and why they work and why is the world so fucking terrible and why is the world so amazing and so beautiful, and how is it that the two extremes of perfection can exist at the same exact time around us, and how can we make sense of it, and how can we go through the world effectively and happily through it, and how can we do that with other people, and how can we all do this together and sort of rise to the top. And I love having these conversations online and with people and bouncing ideas back and forth and developing my own ideas about the world and how things work, and the ability to share that online with a greater large is useful in so many ways. Man, it is an exciting time to be living, you guys. Repeat the same thing on every upload. Like from start to finish, repeat the same thing every upload, start to finish. It does seem that way. Oh, all right, real talk. Damn, maybe YouTube's not mad. So like YouTube doesn't even send out notifications to people who are notified of my channel. So many people hit me like, "Yo, Keith, what? I can never get your notification." I was like, "Fuck." Imagine the people who liked the channel and notified themselves so that they wouldn't forget, and then they forgot, and then they never think of the channel again because there's just so many things going on, when they would have been stoked. Like I do that all the time, where I notify myself of a channel and I forget that I even subscribe because I never get notifications, and then I go to the channel, I find it again, I'm like, fuck, this channel was so dope. Come on, YouTube, what's good? So I get it, but what was the point? Oh yeah, for those of you just tuning in, we're maybe this is why. Strongly considering taking my energies over to TikTok. and YouTube's probably gonna start dropping people from the live when I say that out loud, because that's how YouTube rolls. Seaflower, what's up? Amira, hello. Trust self, because there is too much disinformation. Yeah, hell yeah. There is. Anywho. What do you guys think? What are you guys thinking out there? How you doing? You enjoying your Monday? For those of you just checking in, I'm your host, Keith, man of letters, here to bring you knowledge, information, and not the least, a bit of entertainment. You know what up? It's, what is it? It's 6:35. It's today, Monday, February 21st, 2022. Tomorrow with all the twos, right? Deuces wild tomorrow, you guys. Deuces wild. Are there any special portals? There's got to be some kind of 222 portal, right? There's something like that. Like a drive-through meditation. It kind of is. But sometimes we got to hit the drive-through, you know? Sometimes we got to hit the drive-through meditation life. And I watched a TED Talk a couple years ago, and he talked about a 15-minute meditation, and it was a wonderful breakdown on how amazing meditation is for you, and then how to take seemingly hours of meditation and get the same results in 15 minutes by doing these special things during the meditation. And the whole thing was brilliant, and it was beautifully done, and I enjoyed it, and I tried it for a really long time and felt results. But after a while, I thought, I feel like you're missing the point if you're trying to have a 15-minute meditation, you know. And then you have to ask yourself, which a lot of people don't, what is the point? Like, what is your why? Like, why the fuck are you doing what you're doing? Why do you wake up every day? Why are you excited to be alive every day? Why are you sad to be alive every day? Why are you indifferent to being alive every day? When you find out that why, your decisions are going to be a lot more clear. Your mistakes are going to be a lot more clear. Your yeses are going to be a lot more affirmative of a yes. You know, and you sort of feel guilty to blame something on divine timing, because the truth is that there's no such thing as divine timing. The fact there's no I probably shouldn't have said that out loud, because I'm sure this world might not like to hear that. I do not believe in such thing as divine timing, because what I personally believe, studying the Hermetics and studying the shit that we always study anyways, like it's the reason being, I believe that there is such thing as cause and effect, and the world only has one way of existing. The future only has one way of being played out, and that one way is programmed specifically by the effects that go into it. 2 + 2 will always equal 4, for example, and I can tell the future because I know that 2 + 2 will always equal 4, at least in this dimension. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let's not. And that's what the creation of your life is. It's not some arbitrary divine timing that's irrelevant to your thoughts, your actions, your choices, your responsibilities, the way you react to the world, the way you are proactive into the world. Like that you could call divine timing. Now you put that on top of 7 billion other people with the same power of creation as you, and now what you have is a sort of hive mind, a mastermind, a global human race oversoul that's a summation of all entities on the planet. And the summation of all those entities containing all those various cause and effects distills into an average of them all, and then that's the future of humanity. Given all the moving parts as the world is in this very moment, we can surmise in the future that these things will be happening, because 2 + 2 = 4, if that makes any sense. So what we call divine timing isn't divine timing at all. It's not luck. It's not a God watching you from the sky with a beard judging your every move. It's not divine timing, like, oh, whenever spirit says so, it's gonna happen. Like you've just substituted spirit for the white bearded dude in the sky. You know what I mean? And we have to get away from that shit where like the world, where we're just sort of pawns in existence. We're not pawns to be played upon by the gods or by spirit. Like the spirit doesn't fucking pick and choose things the way you think it does. The spirit is the spirit that we refer to when we say spirit is this unfathomable thing that we cannot define with words. And to try, let alone to ascribe to it, you know, these mundane human personality traits like the susceptibility to flattery, or you know, the susceptibility to praise, or the proneness to anger, or the like, oh, it's going to decide. Like, how do you know this thing even decides? Like, to decide something is a very human nature. Do trees decide things, or do they just act? You know what I mean? Humans could be the only species in the universe that decide for things to happen, like to decide when to give a certain gift because the timing is right. Like, the timing is right because of what we do, what we say, what we think, what we feel, mixed with the other fucking infinite amount of people in the world and variables coming together. And this is the shit that the sightseers are tapping into when they fortune tell, or when they remote view, or you know what I mean, or they just divinate as they move throughout existence. I or not. Or not. How do you guys feel? Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Thanks for coming out and hanging out. It's a great place to be, you guys. I feel like this sphere we have, even if it's just as small as mana letters, I feel like, go figure, it's the exact sort of space that I wanted to cultivate. And we may be few, but we are mighty. We or however that goes. It's like always aiming, you know what I mean? Always aiming for it's always aiming for perfection, and at the same time always understanding that you will never reach it and being okay with that. That's the sweet spot. You know, that gives you a sort of ease and grace as you move through your life, as you walk down the street, as you get out of bed, as you tackle your endeavors, as you have families, as you do the human thing. There's a certain amount of ease and grace that one attains when they know that they should be aiming on perfection, and when they know that they will never actually get there. And that's okay. Actually, thank God. And even furthermore, I will interject, even furthermore, being thankful that perfection actually doesn't exist. Because perfection is, by definition, sameness. Right? Because if you say, oh, my perfect spouse or my perfect... You say you're perfect anything, it has parameters. Once it breaks those parameters, it is no longer perfection. That's why it's perfect, because in every single facet, it matches the identity of what you call perfection. So that can't change, otherwise it loses the parameters for perfection, and it is no longer perfect, it is now imperfect, even if it's one tiny flaw. So perfection is unchanging, and thank God, because then we would never be able to move. We wouldn't be able to evolve. We wouldn't be able to grow. We wouldn't be able to go. The consciousness wouldn't be able to go from zero life to dust and gas to coalescing into stars. And now consciousness explodes and creates planets. And now consciousness is coalescing into minerals and lava. And now those minerals are giving way to water and single-celled organisms and multi-celled organisms, and then like slime molds and plants, and then it spreads to the air, and now you have fucking dinosaurs and shit. Now you have winged beasts flying through the sky and eating each other. Now you have humans who are able to look back on the universe and go, holy shit, to even contemplate its own existence, right? Like, this would not happen without change. This would not happen without polarity. This would not happen if perfection were such a thing. Because existence would cease to be moving, and existence is movement. It is vibration via sound, via light, touch, of all the senses, really. Of all of them. So, ease and grace. Ease and grace, that is the goal. Ease and grace. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention to the chat room, you guys. Forgive me. Conundrum. See, that's a hard thing to do. We try to strive for perfection. At least I do, all the same. I like the streams of content. Oh, Seaflower. Smith! Hard to let go of that need. Yeah. Thank God. Thank God it's difficult for you to let go of the need to be perfect, Smith. I know that's probably also contrary to your mainstream spirituality. But could you imagine a world in which the society didn't strive to be the best versions of themselves at all times? Imagine being the human race as we are now without an innate desire, without an innate unquenchable desire to be the best version of ourselves at any given point from now to infinity. We would murder each other instantly. We would have killed ourselves off long ago. That I wouldn't be surprised if that's a natural mechanism of existence, period. The innate sense to be perfect, so that you didn't destroy all of creation because you just didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? That's what I know. But I mean, I again, contrary to what a lot of these folks say, man. Like, or let me know. You guys think I'm wrong? You guys could think I'm wrong. Like, yo, Keith, actually, I disagree. I think, play devil's advocate. I think our desire to be perfect actually kills the world, and our desire to be perfect makes us unhappy, and our desire to be perfect is what keeps us from being perfect. Or I'm playing devil's advocate to myself. They're all good points. I'm not saying these aren't good points. They're great fucking points. All I'm trying to say is maybe we had it wrong. It's just as likely to say that our desire to be perfect is the reason why we're such a beautiful species, or why we're like the gods, or why we'll ever hit it in the first place. Like, who knows? Like, yeah, but that's why I said in the beginning was it requires a few things. It requires, one, the aim for perfection, and two, the understanding that you will never reach it, and to be okay with that. That's what gives you the ease and grace. That's what gives you the ease and grace. Because even when you fuck up, you know that that wasn't the point anyways. The point of you wasn't to nail your perfection. The point was to grow through whatever the fuck it took to grow through to get there. Because I'm sure once you got there, you would want it to be different anyways. Like, oh, paradise, these white sandy beaches are great. These margaritas taste delicious. Those waves sure do look gorgeous. But I mean, after a couple days, I would think to myself, all right, am I ever gonna leave this fucking beach? I would love to. There's mountains to explore. There's jungles to explore. Mango margaritas. Maybe I wanted a strawberry margarita. I hear there's strawberries growing at this place 1,000 miles north of here. Maybe we can pick up some strawberries, have a different kind of experience. Dion, what's up, Dion? I owe Dion a card reading from last time. Oh, Seaflower. I did Seaflowers. Somerset. Is there anyone here in the chat who I was supposed to do a reading for last year? Or last year? Throughout the course of history, hast thou been any of thee not receiveth thine tarot? And I'll do it right now. The need for perfection seems to make people want to be the best, and a lot of times tend to step on anyone in the way. If we could all realize that we are already perfect, things would be way better. I'm going to challenge that thought, Sir Smith. If we could all realize that we are already perfect, if we're already perfect, that means nothing has to change. Which means you would be eradicating change. But we've already established, I think, that change is the only constant. So I don't think it's, at least philosophically possible to both say that everything is perfect as it is, meaning no more change, stay the same, but then also hold the same thought that says change is the only constant. And all things are changing at all times. Things are coming into their apex and then declining to their valley, just to be reborn again as something new, something improved, hopefully. I'm not saying I'm right and you're wrong, Smith. I think you know that, but more so like parry, good sir. Ball is in your court. Also, Dion, I'll pull your cards if you could give me tree numbers. Or some other, or give me whatever numbers you want me to pull, because that's what I'm going to be doing. Or you tell me. You say, Keith, drop some cards on the floor and pick up the first two you see. Whatever, man. Maybe not. Whatever, but. Sea flower. That's fair. I want to be my best self. It makes me feel purposeful. Yeah. I can't argue with that. I can't. I was going to play devil's advocate to you, but I don't know. I guess you could say, well, feeling feeling purposeful is almost the equivalent of perfection. So that we don't get caught up with the negative side of attachment. 337744. Numbers I've been seeing constantly. All right, cool. Let's run them. Zibbity bop 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 bop. Zibbity bop. Cooked. Is that synonymous with baked, sea flower? Is cooked synonymous with baked? Because if the answer is yes, then you would be correct. You would be correct, sea flower. You would be correct. Oh. So on that signal, allow me to, while I'm getting these cards ready for the homie, homegrowns, our mana letter homegrowns. Hit me up in the DM. Your boys got you on the. Hit me up in the DM. We got you. We got that Cali. Okay, Smith. We are perfect in our imperfections. Ooh. All right. See. Oh, yeah. Nice. Nice. See. Oh man, that was beautifully said, Agent Smith. That's the what you just wrote right now, Smith, is the type of shit I wish I saw more often. I feel like what you said before, the need for perfection wants step in it. If we could all realize that we are already perfect. It's like that. It's true, but it's almost underdeveloped. There's a lot of wiggle room for acting like an asshole and just blaming it on spirit the previous way you said it. If I may. Okay, Dion. All right. 3s, 7s, and 4s. Bum 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 bum. What was the last one for? 1, 2, 3, 4. I know last week we had. Oh, what the heck happened to my jam? My. Jams are nice. Smith well said. Dion, here we go. If any of you other cats would like to get your Tarot read, the only contribution I ask of thee, but certainly not limited to, is adding my music to a playlist of yours, screenshotting that bad boy, and sending it to me. We actually had a whole bunch of you guys last week that did that. I was not expecting that, by the way. Thank you so much. The listens jumped overnight. Like, you could see the graph already changing. So thank you. More on that later. Dion, let's get your spread going on. I got your cards. As soon as I... where's this? All right, Dion, brother, you there? Yeah, Seaflower. We just want to love and to be loved. That's what we want. And so we strive to perfection in order to receive that love. Which shows up in any which number of ways, you know. And giving love feels just as great, so we want to do that too. And nothing wrong with that. It is a valiant desire, if there ever was one, you know what I mean? As flawed as it is, agreeably so, as flawed as it is, what better objective to do when we get fucking bored over here, you know? It's like, alright, I'm fucking bored. I want to do things, and I want to get really good at doing them. Sorry that I would like to do things while I'm here. I don't know. And I'm just talking shit now. Dion. 6 of Wands, brother. Lord of Victory is your first card. And I'm not even going to read the description of it because I want to do this more in context with the other cards. But just know so far it's the Lord of Victory. 6 of Wands. Ooh, we've got the Foolish Man. However, he's reversed. We got some kid energy there. The Foolish Man, the young folk tend to be foolish. And not necessarily foolish because it's not like a willed ignorance. It's just, you know, they're younger. They don't have as many life experiences. But they do carry that adventurous, careless spirit. That's why they were foolish in the first place. The positive is you're getting some... The Lord of Victory with reversed... Alright, let's see. Let's go. Next, Queen of Wands. Now, I don't know what the Queen of Wands is. Let's go ahead and read the Queen of Wands. Queen. Realize you are not in the leadership role right now. Concentrate on a more supportive role that promotes your overall objectives. But she's reversed. This woman represents the natural manager, whose gift is to inspire teamwork and divvy up tasks. She is the one who sees, ensures everything runs smoothly. Yada, yada, yada. Some friends become enemies. Okay. So, reversed. Reveal any hidden agendas before they alienate partners or associates. The Queen of Wands reversed points to a controlling tendency that is no secret, and the people around you have the insight to perceive what is happening. Don't think your hidden agendas don't attack us. Reverse 1, Foolish Man. Where is he? Here we go. Now there's a success. You haven't been too overbearing in any of your endeavors, have you? I mean, it's Lord of Victory. Hold on. So that, hey, it's the cards talking, not me, brother. But, so, It says when the fullest card is reversed, you're encountering an unfinished side of yourself. A part caught in the shadows of ignorance or immaturity, an emotional reflux or psychological attitude that could be holding you back from responding authentically and naturally. Release yourself from any dogmas or taboos so your natural truthfulness and instinct for right action can be restored. It's weird to say someone in the spiritual world releasing from taboos, because I feel like the spiritual world is sort of like all about the taboos. Anywho. Alright, I'm going to have to go back to the Six of Wands and see if there's anything I missed, because I'm not catching the vibe yet. Hold on. I felt like there was going to be something weird with this spread. That's why I wanted to wait till the end, which I normally don't do. We got that part already. It's a whole community spread. So this one's talking about respect and acknowledgement. So the 6 suit points to the respect and acknowledgement due to you for your efforts to solve the problems of your community. The image is usually of a victory parade after the celebrated leader helped. I'm going to pull another card. I should probably check your comments too. John Milks, what's up, bud? Perfect form and optimal form. If you're gonna call something as having optimal form, though, Seaflower, you're going to have to acknowledge that optimal changes all the time. Optimal just says the best for any given circumstance. Like, optimal shape for being a 20-year-old is different for being optimal shape as a 60-year-old. Way lower standards, but that's because one is 3 times the age of the other. So optimal is changing, which was the conundrum we talked about earlier. Dion, can I get a can I get another number from you, brother? Or maybe I'll just keep doing this till one falls out. I pulled one that popped out. And there was a couple that wanted to pop out, and I was like, nope, I need one solid card to pop out. And then the next shuffle, one sliver of a card is shot out of the middle of it. I grabbed it, and it was the reverse death card. So let's go let's go ahead and see what they have to say about that. Free yourself from a past that no longer serves you well and proceed toward the future. Alright, so I guess the cards are kind of there, man. I don't know what's good, but the cards are kind of saying like, yo, you have some stuff to work out. You have some stuff to work out still. And it seems like it's in the area of, what was it? What was the card, you guys? It was being over controlling. It was over controlling, but your first card was the upright 6 of Wands, I believe, and that was all about victory and overcoming and being super successful for your community. So that means it's probably not with, you're probably totally fine with your people. Maybe it's the overbearing nature of yourself, or too much from yourself, that you're demanding from yourself, especially because we got that death card reversed, which is talking about you know, killing off parts of yourself. But so maybe that's more direction pointing towards it's the over controlling of your own life. Maybe there's an aspect of your life that you're, or your psyche, that you're self-controlling too much. Maybe your creativity is stifled. Maybe it's, you know, your I don't know. I don't know. I'm not Superman. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect even though I try to be. That's funny. Haha. I made a joke, you guys. Nice. I'm about halfway done with this J, and we've been burning it over the past hour, so we're doing good time. The cards are definitely resonating. Okay, cool. Cool, I'm glad. I'm always like, Jesus Christ, I hope I'm not just looking like a fool up here. Not that it would make a difference either way. I'd still run it. Still run it. Ooh, I wanted to get the homie Earl on here so that we could drop some crypto knowledge for us, because he's heavy into the NFTs right now. And I wanted to get him on the live to drop us some knowledge and information so that we could make some Skrilla. Ooh. Yeah, you did. That Fool's card's coming at you, eh, Dion? Well, hopefully these 4 cards were able to narrow down whatever current situation you've been mulling over, so that we've somehow managed to make your life a bit easier. Because when your guys' lives are easier, my life is easier. And I'm very selfish that way. I'm like the grumpy old dude who only helps out his fellow man because he wants his fellow man to shut the hell up and give him peace. But they keep like throwing rocks through his window, and not that you guys throwing rocks through my window, but I'm like, will everyone just be happy and love one another so I can go back to my garden or so I can go back to the jam room with the homies and like smoke some herb and play music without worrying about you guys blowing each other up in the process. That's kind of where I'm at. What's up, XX Drex? How you doing? Introduce yourself. I've never seen you in here before, or at least acknowledged you, or at least remember acknowledging. What brought you to the channel? Where are you from? Take your shoes off. Stay a while. Okay, well, Dion, would you like to... Was that enough? Was that a good enough? Whoa. Also, Dion, I saw that you have a massive social media following. I didn't exactly see what you were up to on your channel or on your Instagram, but I assume you're up to something big if you had that big of a following. So you guys should all go check out Dion Page. Dion, if you want to share your paraphernalia, feel free and go check out what he's doing. Tell him Keith sent you. He certainly knew that I sent you because he's here during the message, but tell him Keith sent you anyways. And we'll see and we'll see how effective my cross marketing is. Keith, literally no one said that you sent them. And I will take all my business to TikTok. I'll just call it a wrap. I'll call it a wrap. I'm kidding. Oh, Smith. I would be more than happy to pull you a card, Sir Smith. I would be honored to pull you a card, Sir Smith. Yes. Would you like me to pull cards of my own accord, good sir, or would you like to give me some numbers on your behalf? While you answer, I will just bibbidi bop to this gorgeous jazz pop tune. Zibbity bop, zibbity bop, zibbity bop, zibby. Zap, zap, pop, pop, the dollar drop. Not on my time, not on my dime. Keep it up, don't stop. Tastier than Pop Rocks. It's almost like I planned that. It was only, you know what I mean? Clap, clap. Um, 7, 3, and 8. 7, 3, 8. If that's cool, shit, that's ice cold, brother. That's colder. That's colder than a polar. That's colder than a polar bear's toenails. Absolutely, Dion. Absolutely, man. Thank you too. Thank you too. Uh-oh. I accidentally pulled you a wild card, Smith, because I wasn't paying attention. So you have a spare card floating around. We'll keep it in as like a just in case card. Like in Monopoly, don't they have those cards where you put off to the side in case you need it? That's our card. So you had 7, 3. I've never tried TikTok, but I'm interested in it. Okay. Fortitude. Well, I guess it's fair that you have 3 reverse cards because Canada is imploding, like you said, so I guess that shouldn't surprise us too much. We have reversed fortitude. Fortitude. Clearly distinguish your ego and your intuitive self. Whoa, so your card's meaning is clearly distinguish your ego and your intuitive self. Can I say that I fucking love that this deck has that in there? That one line is so powerful. That's like that might have been the most powerful line of this whole deck so far. Clearly distinguish between your ego and your intuitive self. And before we read the card, you guys all know how much I embrace the ego, how much I embrace the ego's role in existence. And it's important for people to know what the ego is as being the lens of something. And that's it. It's not good, it's not bad, it's not this evil thing, it's not the source of all evil, you know what I mean? No more than anything else in existence is. It's just, sometimes you're looking through a wide angle lens because you need a certain shot, and that's a type of ego. Sometimes you need a macro lens if you're going to take a picture of a ladybug, and you need to switch out the lens so that you can have a different type of perception. That's all the egos are. You and I, we're just different. We're just different aperture points of existence, different focal points for existence to be able to see through into things. And the attachment with the ego is where things get crazy, thinking that you're the lens instead of the thing looking through the lens. Now, this line says clearly distinguish between your ego and your intuitive self. But it doesn't necessarily say anything bad about it. It just says know the difference between the two. Know that there is such thing as an ego. How does it work? What's its use? How have I been misusing it? How could I make better use of it? Okay, what's the intuitive self? How do I access that? How can I trust that? How do I know if it's not working? Because if your intuition can get better, that means it can get worse. And if you have a really bad intuition, then you're probably going to have really bad choices based on your intuition. So one would assume, hey, how can I tell if my intuition's bad? How can I make it better? How can I trust it? What are some ways to make my intuition better? What are some ways that make my intuition worse? So it's all about learning what these things are properly so that we can know properly how to use them. Boom, Smith, there's your first card. I can read why it's reversed if I need to. But next is Princess of Cups, which is upside down. So let's go ahead and... Make yourself fully available for whatever is needed. All right, let's go a little deeper into that because that feels obvious. Make yourself fully available for whatever is needed. That seems obvious. Thank you, Captain Obvious. I guess let's go to the reverse meaning of this card so we can get some... Interesting, Smith. This card traditionally pays... the energy is exquisitely refined and fine-tuned. It may be that a sense of being grounded in reality has not yet entirely set in, such that he or she is easily tossed about by external forces and events. Interesting. So it's asking for a more concentrated will. This person must work to achieve a stronger will and a more calculating mind, which is funny because things tend to have a feminine and masculine dominance, and in their outward manifestation. Think of the yin and yang symbol. The black with a little bit of white, the white with a little bit of black, right? So there's always a slight imbalance, but together there's always a whole. Your last card was all about acknowledging properly the ego, which is more masculine, and the intuition, which is more feminine. So they're both extremely useful, but used in different ways. Your second card was saying, where were we? Was saying that you need to be more willful, which is the more masculine side, sort of collapsing all the variables, collapsing all the side noise, and focusing immediately on one task and putting all your will into that. That's the will's role. It's like I am acting in spite of everything, which is why the dark side of the ego, of the masculine, of the focus mind, the downside, the negative side is too much energy on the self at the point of ruining everything around you because you're not paying attention to anything around you. The positive side is if you're not paying attention to anything around you and only one specific thing, you're going to absolutely dominate that one thing. You're going to allow the most perfect tunnel for all, that's where the feminine unleashes its fucking load, the feminine contains all possibilities, all the raw energy for anything you'll ever make. But if it doesn't have a channel, that energy is going to be dispersed everywhere. But you take that masculine mind, you focus it on that one thing, you forget about everything else. Now the feminine has a perfect fucking, know what I mean? It's baby making. Shit, birds and bees, that's all birds and bee stuff. So that's your second card, Smith. Distinguish between your ego and your intuition. Learn them intimately. and work on your masculine a little more. So your third is Knight of Pentacles, also reversed. Let me check the live stream to make sure I'm not actually talking to myself. Okay, the live is still on. We are up and we are running. Okay, your Knight of Pentacles. That's right, we pulled this one last week. As a result of your participation. Ooh, all right, Smith. So it seems the area has presented itself. The area has presented itself of focus. So the Knight of Pentacles reversed suggests you stop wasting energy on people who can't appreciate you. Stop throwing good money after bad. Cease wasting your blood, sweat, and tears on enterprises dominated by people who can't appreciate you. In this instance, you would benefit the whole situation by moving on instead of being so loyal and true. And you do strike me as a very loyal and true person, Smith. Oh, maybe there's something. All right, let's go. Advice. Upright. Like a farmer planning for the future, he doesn't allow momentary fads or fancies to distract him, and he doesn't take seriously those who do. One can feel his stability and dedication. He is totally responsible and even somewhat predictable when it comes to his projects. You are extremely diligent with your projects, Smith. I can attest to that. He is earthy and gentle, as simple and deep as the soil he tills and the flowers he loves. I want to pull this card. This is great. It's just saying more focus, and you got a super earthy ass card on the last one, so I wasn't vibing too much with it being an actual person, like another section of that card was saying. Unless it is. Alexander Kott. All right. That's it for your reading, Smith. Hope it was helpful and useful. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. We will burn this oregano down just a little bit and start wrapping this live up, because it's about that time, eh, chap? Oh, it's Shimon. Where was the other one at? Four Sigmatic mushroom coffee with lion's mane. Do you guys have any last words? Did I give the recap? Did I give you a recap on those pools, Smith? The plants, I'm getting flashing images in my head of plants and Smith. So I'm like, all right, well, I need to. If I didn't from that last card tell you, it's all about planting things and and being in the earth. So do more of that. If you guys would like to support the channel by super chats or join the Patrons, that would be great. Except for you, Smith. Smith, you're actually not allowed to send what do you call these things? The chat donations, whatever the chat donations are called. But everyone, thanks for hanging out. It seems we're not getting any lasting questions at the end, so we'll just wrap it up. And I'm going to put on clothes. I've been in the nude this whole time. I'm just kidding. I'm going to put on one of my audiobooks as one of those all-night lives. So if you guys want to hang out in the chat room, talk with each other, I don't really get to do it too much anymore. I used to love doing that. But now Atlas is going crazy and he wants to talk too, and so he's like typing and shit. But there was a time where chat room 24-hour live lecture halls or music halls was a spot to enjoy. Also, this song is a banger. What song is this? This song is called Diner. What a lovely little tune. Why? Oh, why? Earth angel, would you be mine? My darling dear, loved you all the time. I'm just a fool in love with you. Gonna have to add that one to the playlist, Diner. Thanks for that. Nice. Added. Good night, Seaflower. Good night, Empathic. Smith, thank you for the plugs. Alexander Kotz, Dion, if you're still hanging around. Did I miss anybody? Double X Drax. Everyone for stopping by. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon, alright? Good night. You know what? Okay, there we go. Da, 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 da. This one's nice too. Okay, I just had to get the next video ready. Oh, thanks for the fan link. That's right, you guys. I could really use your help. There's 6 of you in here. All 6 of you. Could you just do me this huge favor? This huge favor. Go to Keith G on Spotify or Apple, wherever. Preferably Spotify. That would be great. That fan link that Smith just posted, you can just click right on that bad boy and it'll take you straight to it. Open that bad boy and run a couple tunes. I need to get my song Fruit Trees above 15,000 listens so that I can get on to Discover Weekly and radio. I'm at 10,000 listens I hit a couple days ago. When I hit 15, that's the magic number. So, it would be so wonderful if you guys could just run a couple tunes, just check it out, vibe a little bit, burn some oregano. But yeah, thank you. Good night, everyone. And hit me up if you guys need oregano orders. If you know what I mean. It's a green world out there. We need it to get greener. Trees, sun, moon, and stars. You are not going. We're gonna have to run that one back. I had an idea and I had to write it down. Peace out.